Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my first video of 2023. And what a better way to start the year than by taking a look forward and taking a look at my most anticipated movies of the year. Cue the intro. Okay, so here we are. Yes, the beginning of the year. Wow, what happened to 2022? Seriously, was that a lacklustre year for movies or what? I know there was a few that came out that were good, but for the most part, 2022 seems a bit of a washout. That might be because it's on the back door of COVID, film industry's not being back to full working order, that sort of a thing. But here we are, 2023, and I didn't really anticipate anything or much for 2022. I can't remember being too excited at all. But this year, there's a wealth of movie coming out. A wealth of movie that has me somewhat intrigued. So I'm going to give you my list. And it's not a top 10 because it might go a little bit further than 10. And it's not in any particular order. So we're just going to dive straight into these movies. Okay, so like I said, in no particular order. Okay, so first up, The Evil Dead Rise. Yes, a new Evil Dead movie. Now, this has me sort of excited. It has me intrigued into what the proceedings will be, because it's no Bruce Campbell or anything like that. It's a new Evil Dead film set within the Evil Dead universe, but that side of it has been jettisoned after the TV series Ash vs Evil Dead, which by the way was fantastic and I really enjoyed. So I'm intrigued to see what this film has in store for us. Then we have coming out Fury of the Gods, Shazam, the Shazam sequel. Yes, now I know that DC are going nowhere. These films are going nowhere. I know DC has been completely scrapped, so to speak, with a new start ahead. So on one hand, I could say, what's the point in these films? Because we know they're going nowhere. But I'm going to take them on their own merit as an individual standalone movie. And Shazam, the first one, I really enjoyed. Now, I like Zachary Levi as an actor. I followed him through the TV series Chuck, which if you haven't seen, I highly recommend it. It was very good. So to see him get the role of Shazam and play that sort of a child grown up kind of, you know, the big, Tom Hanks in big kind of superhero movie, was great, and I really enjoyed it. So Shazam 2 I certainly am looking forward to. I'm sure it will be a lot of fun, and with other DC movies on this list, I'm not going to be deterred by the fact that DC has now shut down. And that brings me to The Flash. I'll talk about The Flash as well. Yes, I'm looking forward to The Flash. I mean, how could you not with that trailer that came out with the Batmans in it? Now, I don't expect Batman to be in this film at all. If rumours are true, Affleck's gone, Keaton's gone. You won't be seeing none of this stuff. And this leaves me with a certain dread and intrigue for this film, because I don't know what we're going to be getting. All I know is I'm going to be getting a film where the backstory of the film likely will turn out to be far more interesting than the film itself, because there's this whole other version of this film that could possibly exist that we ain't going to get. So I'm very much intrigued by this film. Now, as a Flashpoint movie, if you know Flashpoint, the story from the comics and that sort of a thing, this film could have acted as a stepping stone into a new universe. But for that, you'd have needed the continuation recasting of Ezra Miller as the Flash to carry over and go with him, knowing that he's got the knowledge of this previous universe that had existed. And I quite like that concept. I didn't mind that. I thought that might have been quite interesting. But with all the stuff that's going on with Ezra Miller, as we know, all the bad press, that's not going to happen, which is a shame. But still, I am looking forward to the movie. And it's been a long time coming for The Flash. It really has. Then we've got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Yes. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy, the first two films, again, very, very enjoyable movies. I know some people have had issue with the second one, but I didn't. On first viewing, I did, but then getting into it, I had I started to love it. I really did. Truly good film. So obviously I'm looking forward to the third one, seeing this family of characters again, this family dynamic. You know, even the Christmas special was fantastic for Guardians of the Galaxy, and obviously this is the last time that we are going to see this group of individuals together, and obviously the last one directed by James Gunn, because he's in his new position over at DC. So I'm sure the Guardians of the Galaxy are going nowhere after this film, but it certainly won't be this ensemble of cast. So there'll be a few tears shed maybe for this one, but it could stand up to be maybe the second best or even the best trilogy within the MCU. The first going to Captain America. And then we've got another film now, and this film I am cautiously optimistic, I should say, and that is for Indiana Jones 5. Yes, the new Indiana Jones film, Dial of Destiny. Wow, what can I say about this? Okay, so obviously I'm looking forward to it. It's Indiana Jones. James Mangold is on directing duties, not Steven Spielberg. Obviously Harrison Ford is back, John Rhys Davies is back, and you got other people popping up the mix. Mads Mikkelsen is a villain in it. Antonio Banderas is in it. Phoebe Waller-Kate stars in it. Now, obviously, we all know what happened with Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull and how that turned out. Watching the trailer for Indiana Jones, like I said, I'm not excited. I'm not excited by the trailer. Obviously, I'm excited by the prospect of a good Indiana Jones film. Hopefully, they will do good. But if you watch the trailer for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, the very first Indiana Jones trailer for that film, it was spot on. It was magnificent. It was fantastic. Yeah, it was a brilliant trailer, and look how the film turned out. We could be heading into the same territory there, but that being said, a film that I am intrigued by nonetheless. Then we have Creed 3. What can I say? To have a franchise, a spin-off franchise that has done as good as what Creed has, standing up to the legacy of Rocky, is fantastic. And again, you know, Michael B. Jordan, he's on directing duties in this one. He's starring in the film, obviously. He's the title character. No Stallone this time around, but the trailer looks good. And I'm pretty sure that this film will stand up to the other two, and magnificent films they were with that. So yes, that's another one that I'm looking forward to. Jumping back to Marvel, we have AntMan. AntMan Quantumania. Again, the Ant-Man franchise, a very sort of overlooked film series within the MCU, I'd say. Sort of, you don't hear it mentioned too often, but they are two very fun films, Ant-Man 1 and Ant-Man 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp. And now to have a third one, Quantumania, brilliant. What can I say? Paul Rudd is fantastic in this role. Other cast members are coming back. Looks like they get trapped in the quantum realm, obviously. We're introduced to more of Kang the Conqueror, who's going to be the big bad for this overall phase. So, yeah, and this probably opens the door for some fantastic story elements within the realm of the MCU. It feels like this year with the MCU, with some of these returning franchises, it's going to feel a bit more cohesive than detached what the Phase 4 of the MCU did. And then we have Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. Now, hats off to Tom Cruise. I never used to like Tom Cruise when he was young. I didn't like young Tom Cruise. He just wasn't for me. A lot of his younger films have gone unwatched by me. In fact, I only watched Top Gun the day before I went to see Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, but, you know, what can I say? And the Mission Impossible films have gone from strength to strength as the series has progressed, especially from the third one onwards. And Tom Hanks... I'm saying Tom Hanks for, I'm crazy. Tom Cruise is, you know, dedicated to his craft. I'll give him that. As much as a whack job he may be with his Scientology and whatnot, he is dedicated to his cause. You know, he's a bit of a thrill junkie, so he likes to do these stunts himself, and that just adds to the mix. And yeah, I'm sure it will be a fantastic film. It is the first of a two-parter. Speaking of two-parters, we then have Dune Part 2. Now, yes, the first Dune blew me away. I thought it was fantastic. And this is someone who doesn't like Dune, the original Dune film, that is. I've got my reasons why, but I've got no interest in it. I saw it once. I hate it to this day. But then the new Dune came out, and because it's from the director of Blade Runner 2049 that I adore, I thought to myself when I saw Dune, I'm going to watch this film, give it a go. And I loved it. I loved it. So great that the sequel is coming out this year. And we now also get back into Marvel territory. We have a sequel to probably the best Spider-Man film of all time, Into the Spider-Verse. Yes, this is Across the Spider-Verse, the new Spider-Man animated movie following Brian Michael Bendis' character Miles Morales from the Ultimate Spider-Man comic. Same character as in the first film, a little bit more grown up maybe. It's going to have different styles of art within it, you know, animation, I should say, not art, animation styles for each world that they go into. And I'm looking forward to seeing a bigger role for Spider-Man 2099. It's a fantastic character, and a wealth of other Spider characters from the comics that have been plucked out just for me. Yes, wonderful stuff. Then we have the Meg 2. Yes, the Meg 2. Now, I've read the books of the Meg. Enjoyed them immensely. The first Meg film I enjoyed, but it was lacking something, I will say that, but I do enjoy it. And if you give me a shark film, a big budget shark film, Jason Statham starring, what can I say? You're onto a winner. The effects will look great, I'm sure, like in the first one. Yeah, I like shark films. I even watch the bad ones at times, too many times. But yes, so that's another one that is up there for me. Now, keeping with that water theme, we have Jason Momoa diving back into the role of Aquaman, aka Arthur Curry. Yes, the first Aquaman film, although a busy film, very globe-trotting, a lot going on, it looked fantastic. It was a good film, and even with the downfall of the DC universe, how can I not be somewhat excited about seeing a sequel to this movie? Keanu Reeves is back in John Wick 4. Again, a fantastic series, a whole lot of fun, gunplay, fist fighting. Yeah, Keanu Reeves again. You know, he works hard in these films. He does a lot of the up-close stuff himself. The gun training he's had for them, everything like that. You know, they're enjoyable movies. They're just fun from beginning to end. So another John Wick film is obviously a film that I'm going to go and see and inevitably enjoy. And then we have Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Now, as a kid, I grew up with the Transformers, Gen 1 generally. I enjoyed the cartoon series. I used to play with the toys. I used to watch... I stopped watching the series when it went into Beast Wars. So I was never a fan of the Beast Wars cartoon. I saw it sort of grown beyond it at that point. Obviously, I'm aware of the Beast Wars era of Transformers. But to have them on screen, the trailer looked great. Yeah, what can I say? I really enjoyed Bumblebee. I thought it was a fantastic film, the best Transformers movie ever made. And this is a sequel to that, follows on from that. Unfortunately, Haley Steinfeld's not returning in this film. It's a continuation of the Transformers as opposed to the human element. But that being said, the film looks gorgeous. So Optimus Primal, the gorilla, looks fantastic. The film, again, just looks a whole lot of fun. Anyway, I'm going to be leaving it there. And the one thing I've just realised is that these are all sequels. Guess there's not one original movie in this list, I don't believe, which is quite disconcerting to a degree. Oppenheimer. I'm looking forward to Oppenheimer. Yes, there's an original film in there that I'm looking forward to. But yeah, so I don't know what that says about me. I don't know if that says something about the industry. If it says something about me, I don't know. you can discuss that amongst yourselves. But these are films that I'm quite intrigued by, quite interested by, looking forward to seeing this year. It looks like a great year, and considering that there are going to be some other films in there that I've not listed, that I'm probably unaware of, that are even coming out, it looks to be a busy, fantastic year for movies, and I'm on board for that. Anyway, this is AJ. I'm going to get going now, but before I do, let me ask you to just hit the subscribe button, come and join the channel. Give me a thumbs up, and that helps share the video and the algorithm and all this sort of stuff. But more importantly, leave a comment. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what films you're looking forward to. Let me know whether any of these films here are just of no interest to you whatsoever, or you're done with them because of the sequels. Is that indie film going to be working for you or not? Or are you done with Indiana Jones? Yeah. Let's have a conversation down below in the comments section. I do reply to all comments, and I shall see you on my next video, which will be very soon. Take care all, and goodbye.